Hi guys, Dustin Van Fleet of Dustin Van Fleet Design down here in steamy hot Valdosta, Georgia, and not just steamy hot, but totally steamy humid as well. We always come on a couple minutes early, guys, to give you guys a chance to get your notifications and all that good stuff. If you're not getting your notifications, just click that you want to get notifications and watch my video tutorials when they come out, and it will give you reminders every time when I hop online. So we've started this project with the two nightstands together. I've got both of them here, and we're going to end it together. So we've already been through the painting process, and then we went through the stenciling process and the striping process. And then we showed you about the metallic paint process from Paint Couture. And that metallic paint is a sample. We're not allowed to tell you or show you. Well, we're allowed to show you. We're not allowed to tell you what it is because it is a prototype. But if you want to see it dry, guys, it's right here on the top. That's what it looks like dry. Or it's right here when he pulls in closer when we start doing this project. So today, as soon as do we have people on, John? Awesome. We're still 1 minute away. We're at 3 now. Okay, so today we're going to be showing you guys this satin top coat by Paint Couture. And it's Paint Couture. It's all on my website. We've got the satin, the flat, the dead flat. This stuff is so easy to use and get the perfect finish to your project every single time. So we're just going to use a good synthetic brush. Synthetic, not natural. Synthetic because we don't want to lose bristles. We've already gone over the tops of our pieces with this light to medium grit sanding block. We also have these available on the site, DustinVanFleetDesign.com. Every product that we'll be using right here, we've got on the site, except for the brand new prototype metallic, which isn't even out yet. So we're gonna put this guy on his back, and like I said, we started this together, and I think it would be cool to finish it together. Paint Couture uses tins for their top coats. I like it a lot. Less plastic, better for Dustin. So I love that these little top coats come in these super cool little tins. This is a water-based, go ahead, John. Water-based top coat. We're going to use our brush, in which is a good synthetic brush. And we've done our metallic. You can see it took 2 coats. Then we came in and we smoothed out, and we made it super, super smooth with this little sanding block right here. And we took off some of our stencils to make it look old and aged. We also aged up our stripes and everything a lot. Then we cleaned it with this microfiber cloth so that no dust or anything will be on here. Super easy to do. We didn't really want to rough up our metallic that we put on, so we didn't really hit it up. It's kind of going to be the glam part. So we're going to come in here, and we don't have to do this whole piece. We just have to do the 2 tops of them. So I'm just going to show you how easy this stuff is to move. How fantastic it goes on. And we've used this on a couple other things. Great coverage again, and very durable. That's what I was surprised over. I thought that I was gonna have to put on a bunch of coats. You don't. And I'm going a little bit thick because I'm gonna show you guys how I just continue to move it around and move it around and move it around. We know we're not gonna get any brush strokes out of it ultimately because we're using a good quality brush here. We're just taking long stroke. It's gonna go on kind of white and milky looking. That's the norm for this stuff. We'll just make sure that we have it on all these little areas right here. Then we'll come down. And it dries super, super exactly what it's called, satin. Does not have like a high sheen level to it, which is nice, but it has enough. So we're gonna go around this groove first and foremost and just really slather it on here. This stuff is just like so easy. Your project comes out perfect the first time, every time. Unlike some of the other top coats, which are absolute pistols to use, this is super, super simple. There's no like having to show you a special way to do it or anything. You do it like you would any other. Okay. We'll come back on here. Does not make your piece all shiny. It's water-based, so it's not going to make your piece yellow over time. It's a polyacrylic. And that's what you want, guys. You don't want polyurethane. You want polyacrylic on your pieces. Polyurethane is going to make your pieces yellow with time. And look. Okay, so we've got it on everywhere right now. So now I'm just going to come across this groove right here, just like I did when I was painting. We just want to make sure that we don't have anything huge in that groove. We don't want to overwork this either. So we're literally gonna go top to bottom, smooth it out. This is one of the really, really easy ones. Once you get this on and you do this final smooth coat like I am, leave it alone in that area. We'll do like the little sides right here and everything, but don't keep going over it, because if you do, you're going to have issues with it being overworked. And what I mean by being overworked is you keep working the product over and over again while it's trying to dry, and then you get like a horrible, horrible product out of it because it's overworked and it can't dry because you keep touching it and messing it up. So then ultimately it comes out awful because it starts pulling up. And it looks a little bit white when you put it on here. There's no biggie. It's supposed to. It will dry clear. Won't be an issue. This is a little bit more tricky up in here on the sides because there's a lot of little detailed work in here that we're getting. Okay. We just want to make sure that we don't have any blob done in any areas, and then I'll switch with you, John. And I will come over here. Perfect. We'll be able to finish this side. You don't have to use a ton of it. I would suggest to you in areas like this, not using a ton of it, where it's really, really detailed, and just kind of blot it in there and get it in all these little grooves and everything. Where you see it when it's a little bit thick, easy to get it out. We'll blot it out. And I believe, careful, bandit's right behind you. Okay. Well, this one's starting to set up for us. We'll do our other one, but you can already see that that white look is starting to go away quickly. Still there a little bit, but I mean, we just put it on. We're not going to do the whole bottom, the base and everything, because we don't need to. So we'll set this one up here, and then the completion of my nightstand will be done. And then I'll actually have a place to put my lamps again, because they're on the floor right now and it's really annoying. So I knew I was getting this project done today. By the time we're done with this one, you'll be able to see what it looks like already starting to cure and dry on the other one. So this will be perfect between the two of them. We'll just get this on here. Then we will not load a whole bunch of new product for this little space in here. And we'll come in here, get it in here, smooth it out as much as possible. Okay. In these little areas like this, we don't need to keep adding more and more product. Doesn't need a whole lot in there anyway. Okay. We'll come down here. Smooth the whole thing out. All right, I will switch with you again. But I mean, this is super easy peasy, guys. And it comes out absolutely fantastic. This is my new go-to for a sealer. For furniture, for cupboards. Great durability, but even better ease of application. I'm not into the stuff. I totally can use the stuff that you need a PhD to use, but you shouldn't need a PhD to use a top coat on your paint product. Should be easy for you. Should be user friendly for you. Okay. We'll come in here and we'll make sure that we get this in. All right. I'm gonna go around this edge first and foremost. Get it in that groove. Then the rest of it will be pretty easy. You do not need a lot of this. You don't need to slather this product on. Okay, so now we're gonna get our gold. Remember, a good synthetic brush, like what I'm using. We've got really great zebra products for sale. If you're looking at the Paint Couture products, and we have, of course, our Dixie Belle brushes, if that's what you're looking for as well, which are also great brushes. Simple. I'm going to come across. I'm going to do this a few times so that we won't have any weird marks, and it'll just be a continuation all the way through. We'll put on a tad bit more for doing the whole top surface. And out of that one dip, you should be able to get like 3 or 4 stripes, like completely covered top to bottom. We're just getting it on here at first. We're not really worried about is it going in the correct direction or blah, blah, blah. That doesn't matter because we'll come back and we'll fan it all out and we'll make it look good. I work with this quickly, guys, because you don't want to overwork the product, like I told you before. Simply put, overworking is when the product is starting to dry and you're still fussing with it and going over it. You don't want that to be the case, ever. Okay, so we have a really good smooth look. We'll carefully go around not to mess it up. Okay. So we've got that. And whoops. It's all over me now. Easy cleanup, guys. Water cleanup because it's water based. Super, super simple. I'll show you. I'm using like a nice expensive brush and I'll show you in a minute how that cleans up. But this one we just put it on and you can see the little haze and everything still. But this one is now clear. You can't even tell that anything's on there. It's absolutely fantastic. And let me get this where you can really see it, John. That's what's super cool about it. Hasn't even had time to dry, but see that? It's like a flawless finish. That's great with the light and everything. So we've got that. And then we've got both of these done. Only reason I really did this, I could have done whatever I wanted to. I could have sealed with wax per se or whatever I wanted to seal with. But I wanted to use the clear coat because they are nightstands and they do have a lamp on them. And I set my drink on them at night and everything. So if there is an accident, they'll be protected. With these, I don't use these really, really hard or rough. So I'm doing a coat. If you are doing them in a kid's room or if you tend to use them a little bit rougher or something, just throw 2 coats on and you'll be good to go. And I will show you guys, we just used our paint Couture because we're not going to hold you forever. But we just used our paint Couture Satin top coat on the high quality synthetic brush. It's all over here. So we're going to take our sink and our scrubby soap. Let me show you what this is all about as well, if I can find it now. There we go. Scrubby soap is on my site and it comes in a package like this. There's orange, there's lemon, and then there's lemon lime. It's soap that actually has a scrub in it, specifically made for painters and everything. So it makes this super easy. You just wet it up, wet it up. These are all water-based products. We'll get the soap on there. We'll get the scrub part on there. It took about 2 minutes, and I'll show you. There'll be no residue. There'll be no nothing on here. They smell super good too, the scrubby soap. They're on my DustinVanFleetDesign.com webpage where you guys spend. Another tip with this is don't use super, super hot water with your brushes. It'll loosen up the glue. So just use like warm or lukewarm water. But these brushes are available. The scrubby soap is available. The Satin clear coat, top coat product is available. The paint that I use to create the look is available. But this is perfection. No? There's nothing on here. That's what makes water-based so fantastic. And yes, you can use this over Dixie Belle because it's a water-based product. So if you want to use my Dixie Belle paint because you're a Dixie Belle fan, but you want to use the super easy top coat, works perfectly. So don't worry about it. So we combined them on this project actually. Super cool. We used the red, the base coat is Dixie Belle. And the white and the black is Dixie Belle Buttercream and Dixie Belle Midnight Sky. Then we use soft pink and buttercream for the flowers. Again, Midnight Sky on this one. Then we used cobalt and we used haint blue mixed with it. Then we used the Paint Couture Metallic, which is a superior product. That is the only metallic that covers super, super easily. So we totally mix them up. And we use the Paint Couture top coat on these. These look pretty awesome. I'm super, super stoked and excited because I was just over them the way that they were. The way that they were since about 2015 was it was all red and it was all white. We had none of the metallic. We had none of the chrysanthemums. We had none of it on there. It was just one was red, one was white. So we've used Dixie Belle and we combine it intentionally for you guys with Paint Couture to show you guys that the products are, a lot of them are interchangeable. The only thing that you don't want to use that Dixie Belle has with Paint Couture is you don't really want to wax Paint Couture because it's an acrylic based paint and it won't suck up the wax like a chalk based paint will. Instead, we have the most awesome glazes in the industry. So that is what you want to use to age up and create the look with the Paint Couture versus the Dixie Belle can take the wax. Do we have any questions, comments, concerns, guys? Super, super easy. This stuff dries pretty darn quick. Look, it's dry to the touch right now. I love it because it looks like nothing's on there. That's what's great. It's not flat, but it just looks like a factory furniture finish. Super awesome. There's no brush strokes. There's no issues. It works perfectly. So, yeah, I mean, you can close up on that. It's awesome. Beautiful. Dries quickly. Super, super cool. I'm going to leave this for a couple hours, guys, before I put my actual lamps and all that good stuff. We did not need to do the base or anything like that. It gets absolutely no wear and tear. It's been painted for 5-6 years now and looks as good as the day that I did it. So, but we also added our Paint Couture and we created some gold highlights around, but they're not going to take any wear and tear at all. So it's fine. We just wanted this top section up here all the way down to be sealed, where if we had a spill or water or anything like that, that it would be taken care of and easy to clean up. So again, guys, hop on my website. You can get any of these products. Scrubby soap, which we use. Top of the line variety of synthetic brushes. Zebra, Dixie Belle, you name it, we've got it. The Satin top coat by Paint Couture is on there as well. All the Paint Couture metallic paints and regular paints. Sanding blocks, everything that you need to do this project is on there minus the stencils. And that's Royal Design Stencil Studio. You can type into Facebook and they'll pop right up if you want that. And it's a chrysanthemum stencil. So hop on the website, spend $39.95 or more, and get free shipping in the continental United States. So easy to spend $39.95 now because we've got premier Dixie Belle product. We've got all of the Paint Couture products. We've got Would You Bend. We've got Prima redesigned transfers. Zebra brushes. What else, John? Do we have anything else? I think we do. We've got Essential Stencil hookup there. Would You Bend is on there. I think we're repeating ourselves now, but there's a ton of stuff that you can spend $39.95 and not have to pay any shipping. So that means if you live in Cali, where shipping is kind of expensive, yeah, hook it up type of thing. It's a good deal for you guys because if you live right next door, it's still free. That's what's awesome. You could literally live in the house 2 miles down the street. You're going to get charged nothing and get personal delivery. You can live across the country and you're not going to get charged anything and get priority USPS shipping. So thank you guys so much for taking this half hour out of your busy Sundays or restful Sundays. And I will catch you guys on the flip side.